Hello students, good morning to all of you. We are going forward. Last class we have discussed about the concept of regionalism. So in this concept of regionalism we have discussed that regionalism concept is mainly classified into two types. One is called positive concept and one is called as negative concepts. So here we have discussed, okay. So the concept of regionalism is mainly classified into positive and negative concept. So before going to the concept of regionalism, we have to see that what is meant by regionalism. According to S.R. Maheshwari, what she has given the definition, S.R. Maheshwari has given a definition that a particular territory can be set as a region when it contains different variables which are operate by different degree. A particular territory which be considered as a region. A particular territory is considered as a region when that particular territory is operated with a different variable which containing different degree. So that is called as regionalism. Different variables in the sense, for example, in the particular region, how can you consider a particular territory as a region means if it contains different variables such as if the number languages, if it contain different language, if it contain different religions, if they have different climate, different geographical topography in the sense the physical structure of the land. The upper part of the land is called as topography, and if it contain the historical traditions, customs, okay. If a particular territory is considered as a region when it contain different variables such as if it contains different language, if the territories are containing different cultures, different way of life, different customs, different traditions, okay, common thing. So different customs, different traditions, then that particular thing will be considered as a region. That particular territory will be denoted as a region when it contain different variables, like if it contain different climatic condition, if it contains different culture, different language, different religious, okay, etc. So that particular thing will be considered as a region. So next I will go forward. Already we know what are the concept of regionalism is mainly the positive as well as negative concepts. Now we will discuss here. In India, if you see, the regionalisms are mainly expressed in various forms. So when the regionalism will be started, these are the important forms of the regions, okay. So first one, secession from Indian Union. What is meant by secession from Indian Union is whenever if you see that if one state exists or loses control, when one state will completely exist from the country. If one state wanted to exit from the country, okay, if one state wanted to exit from the country or loses control over the territory, then that is called as state secessions. So if one state ceases to exit or loses control over the parts of its territory, when the states will loses the control over the part of the other territory, then that is called as secession. So if any states are secession from Indian Union, that is a concept of regionalism. That is also a form of regionalism, okay. So we know children, after when we got independence, India was mainly divided into two regions. So that is also one of the important concept of region. Our country was divided into two forms based upon regions only, okay. Next we will go forward, demand of separate state. So within the country, suppose if there is a demand which is going on in the internal part for the separate statehood, that is a concept of regionalism. So we already seen that during the period of 1970s, there was a great demand which was started for the separate states such as in Punjab and some part of northeast India, okay. There is a growing demand in the northeast India, so they wanted to have the separate state. So in 10th class also we have studied this concept, that in 1970 the people of Punjab, they wanted to form the separate state which is called as Khalistan. So a demand is going on. So whenever these types of demands will form, then that is also considered as one of the important form of region, okay. This is also one point. So separate state from out of the country or within the country. Next, demanding the separate states based upon religion autonomy. Whenever any states are demanding the freedom, more freedom, then that is also one form of regionalism. So there are many states, they have demanded from the central government, if the states are demanding more freedom and more independent than central government, So that is also one form of regionalism. Best example we can find in Tamil Nadu, DMK party. Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam, when this party was ruling in, or when they were started ruling, so they demanded that more power should be given to state government, okay, then central government. So that is also one form of regional concept. So demand of regional autonomy, more independence in the regional level will be demand, when the demand is going on for the more independence, more autonomy at the regional level. So that is also one form of regionalism. Interstate disputes, whenever there is a problem between the central and state disputes, that is also one form of regionalism. Okay. So this and aggressive regionalism. Aggressive regionalism means if you have a proud upon the particular region and if you consider other region has inferiority, if you look down the other region, okay, as an inferior complex, then that is a concept of regionalism. We have studied also aggressive regionalism, aggressive nationalism. Aggressive regionalism means you have proud upon your region, you have proud upon your language, but if you feel other language as an inferior, so that is also one form of aggressive regionalism, which is not correct. All the religions and all the languages should be treated equally. Okay, in India we have to treat all the religions and all the languages are equal, all the religions also should be treated equal. So these are the various form of regionalism which can give rise to the sentiment of a region. Now if you see that during the post independence period, if you see after independence, in the sense after 1950, during the post independent period there was an extreme regionalism which was expressed in some parts. Okay, so this extreme regionalism was started and which was expressed in some parts, and they wanted to break from the Indian unions. So during 1960s and 1970s there are many demands which are going on in India for the particular region. Even though many demands were started, Indian government have never pressurized themselves and they never pressured, and the disputes, whatever the disputes and internal problems are there, peacefully through negotiation all the problems has been solved. Okay, so this is one point. So during the independence also there was an extreme regionalism which was started in after post independence, such as Nagaland if you see, some northeastern parts, or Punjab if you see, or there are many parts like Tamil Nadu. So they have demanded a separate region. So they expressed the regionalism. So they expressed that they wanted some regionalism was expressed in certain parts, and they demanded that they will be break from Indian Union. The main demand is the states should be away from the Indian Union. So, but even today also we persist as a strong country. Okay, we are developing as a strong country because this concept of regionalism, disputes and whatever the problems are there, which has been solved at present. Now there are many parties like Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam which was there in Tamil Nadu, Sikh from Punjab, and Mizos and Nagas in northeastern part, Mizoram and Nagaland. So all these peoples were demanded the separate state and separate autonomy from out of the country. Okay, so these are the main thing, regional sentiments which were started after the post independent period, and these states were demanded that they will be separate from the Indian Union. So this is one point. So what we have studied here, we have studied about the concept of regionalism. We know that regionalism is nothing but, okay, regions are nothing but, according to Maheshwari, a particular territory will be considered as a region when it contains different degrees variables along with a different degree. If that particular territory consists of different variables along with different degree, then that is called as regionalism. For example, region, it means that particular territory should contain different topography, different language, different religion, different culture, okay, common way of working. If it contains different variables, then that particular territory will be considered as a region. Okay. Now if you see that regionalisms are mainly classified into two concepts, already we have discussed in the last class. What are the two concepts of regionalism? One is positive concept as well as negative concept of regionalism. Now here if you see that regionalisms in India will be expressed in different form. So that was greatly expressed in different form. First is secession from Indian Union. Secession is nothing but whenever the states wanted to separate from Indian Union. Okay, whenever the states are losing the controls over its territory. Okay, that is called secession, means separate from the Indian Union. So whenever any states are separated from the Indian Union, that is called as secessions. Okay, So, when if one state ceases to exist, forced to exist, or if the states are loses the control over other territory, then that is called as secession. So, this is a period and demand. When the demand is going on for the separate state, okay, then that is also one form of regionalism. When the separate demand is going on in the regional autonomy. In a particular region, if the demand is going on to give more independence than central government, then that is also one form of regionalism. If there is an interstate disputes, so that is a form of regionalism. And last and the very important thing is aggressive regionalism. So that is also the aggressive regionalism which will protect the regional interest. So whatever the regionalism should be there, that should be not opposition to the national interest. Okay, if it is if it is favorable to the national interest, then that is good. But if it is not favorable, then that will harm the unity and integrity of the country. So here if you see that aggressive regionalism means if you see that if you have proud upon your region and if you have hatreds regarding other regions, then that is the concept of aggressive regionalism. So these are the four important concepts of regionalism. After independence and after post independence, the regionalism concept has become the extreme, and this was mainly followed by few countries. We can find few countries started demanding that they wanted to be separate from out of the country. In these countries, in these states, in these few states we can find Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam from Tamil Nadu, Sikhs from Punjab, and Mizos and Nagas in northeastern parts. So these all states, what they have demanded, they wanted to put down the Indian Union. So they wanted to be separate from Indian Union. So children, this is about the form of regionalism. In the next class we will discuss about what are the other forms. We will continue the same topic in the next class. We will discuss about what are the forms of regionalism. Thank you very much.